This is your girl BK3, also known as Milady. I'm making a later start than what I intended, but I am here. And boy, do I have a good one. If you didn't see my earlier video, my introduction to this is a big 26.5-inch wreath frame. I have, as you can see, I think these are really big section. They have let me make sure. They have 6 sections here. And what I connected, because this frame came disconnected, so I had to connect it with zip ties right here. So I got 2 chenille stems inside of that tiny sections from here to here. And I have 10 in the big sections. You can see where the sections connects and disconnects. So I have 10 in that one. And let me see how many little sections I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 sections is 60. I think it's 68 altogether I have on here. So I'm gonna put that on the side. And what I'm doing, I'm making a wreath in a quilt form. If you didn't see my earlier videos, I have so much leftover mesh from earlier wreaths. When I first started out, I was just buying and didn't know what to do, and accumulated so many open pieces of mesh. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use it. I am not going to throw it away. So I'm going to make a wreath in a quilt form. I don't care whether it's spring, Christmas, every day, sports, or whatever. I'm just using it all, and I'm gonna put it on that wreath. The first thing I want to do, I want to cut these raw edges off that you see here. So I'm going to be using my wood burner, but I don't think I can use my wood burner for this one. So I'll be using my rotary cutter for some and my wood burner for some. So let's get started here. I think I'm going to need, I just took my glass off, but I think I'm going to have to use my glass for my wood burner. So I'm bringing my glass back. Let me see, can I put your... My son broke my other gooseneck the other day, my good one. So this is the really stiff one. So I am using my ring light as a stand. I never did like this ring light too much anyway. So let's see, can we get that to working right for me? And put you down where you can really see me really good. I am on Facebook Live and I am on my website live. I sure hated it too. So let's see what we can do here. I may need to twist this ring light around a little bit. I want to really get a good angle without knocking it on the floor. All right, I think that's good. So, I already have my wood burner heated up. So let's get started. I do my my videos in parts, because this is gonna be a really long video. This may be about 3 parts. So we got that one squared away. Let's get this one. Yeah, I was thinking for a long time, what in the world am I gonna do with all of this leftover mesh? Because if I would have put it in the trash, it's just been money going down the drain. And I didn't want to do that. So I decided to make a quilt, a wreath in a quilt form, I should say. You remember how your grandmothers used to make those beautiful quilts out of fabric from everywhere? And they was beautiful. So that's what I'm doing with all this mesh. It just makes a lot of clutter, and you know you're not gonna really use it again or anything else because it won't be enough just in pieces like that. For instance, if I wanted to make a wreath out of blue, I wouldn't have enough. Even if I wanted to make ruffles with it, I wouldn't have enough. So this is what I decided to do with it. And this is new to me. I just came up, you know, crafters, they go to bed thinking, wake up thinking, walking around the house thinking, what am I gonna do next? I know that's my mind. And I know it's probably a lot of other crafters' mind about what is the next project I'm gonna do because you love it so much. Now, I don't know what's going on with this one. And I'm not gonna have that sticking to my clothes. See, I tore a piece off of that. So, and just stuck it together on top of that. Nah. See, when I didn't graduated a little bit from making wreaths, so I know what to buy and what not to buy, how much to buy, and what I'm gonna put together. That's the way I'm gonna start, so I won't accumulate so much clutter. So right now I'm just getting these raw edges off, so once I get started, I don't have to worry about any raw edges. Now this one here too, I may have to cut it with a rotary cutter. So, and you cannot cut with your rotary cutter on glass. It have to be your cutter. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go in between those seams. This is more like burlap fabric or something. So this one may be hard to go in between, you see, in between the seams. And this one the same way. You can't cut it with a wood burner. And when I like to cut with the burlap style kind of one, I like to use the whole thing. Go ahead and use the whole thing up because it's going to be fraying once you cut it. But let's see what we can do with this. And I may use these burlap. Can I put them on the side? Because I don't feel like messing with those right now. But what we're gonna do, as I cut this is not the only ones that I have. So as I start making this wreath base, I will be going back collecting more mesh. I just didn't bring it all up. I forgot I can't cut it on here. I just didn't bring it all up because I have a limited amount of space on my table. But I will be going back and forth and grabbing mesh. And on this project, I will be using a lot of zip ties. Let me go back and grab a few more so we won't have to stop so much in between. y'all this yarn. And this is another one that's, I don't think I'll be able to wood burn it. You can, Vinny. Y'all ready for Thanksgiving? Oh, well, Halloween coming up first. I just don't do a lot of Halloween. I just pass out candy to the kids and that's it. But when it comes to decorating and stuff, I don't do a lot of that for Halloween. But I am excited. My baby boys will be home, bringing their girlfriends for Thanksgiving. So I'm excited. I bought me, I didn't do this one. I bought me a turkey fryer. So we are having frying turkey for the first time here. So I got it yesterday. I ordered it from Amazon. The reviews are really good. They have a big old stand. It got a whole lot of stuff that comes with it. If you're interested in knowing about it, let me know and I can send you the information. Fish fry. Comes with 2 pots, thermometer, syringe. It's just a nice product from what I understand with the reviews. I don't buy anything unless I'm reading the reviews on it. I don't think I saw even one bad review about it. And I jumped on it before it be gone. So I sent my boys, told them I had got the package. I say, y'all research this and see what to do with this thing. I got you, mama. So I'm excited about that. So we got that one. Ooh. And you don't want to mix tulle and mesh together. You would never. It'll take you a minute to get it unstuck. Let me get that clean out the way. I grabbed it off of the shelf. I have my tulle on the bottom of the shelf and my mesh on the bottom. My tulle a shelf above that, but some type of way it got caught onto that. Yeah, so right now we're just getting all those raw edges off. And it's sticking onto, I gotta figure out what to do with this. It's sticking onto my string. Just cleaning it up a little bit on the outside where it's been pulling with other mesh. When you got all this mesh on your shelves, you just make your shelves just look, even I don't care how much you organized. But now I know. Like I said, I've graduated. I did it. Now I may be worried about if I'm gonna have enough to finish this project. You know what I mean? I'll be going out there buying more stuff to make it really pretty. If I don't have enough. You know how you sometimes you look like you got so much of stuff and you're gonna have way more than what you need. And then it start coming down to the nitty gritty. You ain't got enough. Especially with this big old frame. I am using something even with this little piece on there. I'm not throwing away nothing. This is a good 3/21. If you wanted to cut and make a ruffle or something out of this, is a good like 3/21" ruffles right here. And some of this stuff may have been here, ooh, at least a year or more. Now I know. When I'm cutting mesh with a wood burner, I usually wear my gloves, but I think I done graduated with that, with the wood burner out there too, because when I first started with this thing, I was burning myself all the time. And this thing is hot. So I think this is another one that I would have to do with the rotary cutter. Let me go ahead and rotary cut this because I like this fabric right away. Let's go on the side. And this rotary cutter will cut you to, I done got cut, I done got burnt, I done got stabbed. I done got it all. Let me see, can I use my scissors? Either you can use your scissors, may give it a cleaner cut than what that rotary cutter is doing on this one. Normally I try to go in the seams, but that one really cut pretty clean. All right, y'all, we don't want to be all night up in here. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Go ahead and cut it with my scissors because I would like to use a variety and not just the same mesh. A variety of all of my mesh. Now this one here is kind of easy to go in between the seams. I try to use the wood burner whenever I cut in on mesh because it kind of hurts and make it stop fraying more easily. So these fabric here is the same. It's more like a burlap style kind of mesh. Yeah, I cut a piece of that off too, and I won't be using that for anything. And the mesh I'm using now, I do have some 21 inches there too, but you really can't mix the The technique I'm doing today, you really can't mix the 21 and the 10 inches together. But right now, all I'm using is a 21 inch. I mean, not the 21 inch, the 10 inch. I have more 10 inch than I do. Let me see what this wood burner can do right here. I have more the 10 inch than the 21 inch. But now I'm starting to buy a lot of 21 inch than before. Okay, let's do this one. Now both of these are the same, and what in the world was I doing cutting off of this one before I used the other one? What are y'all cooking for Sunday dinner today? I got a roast, well, my son got a roast in the oven. And I'm gonna do some broccoli medley. Broccoli and the broccoli medley with the carrots, the orange and the yellow carrots. And broccoli, cauliflower. And I might do a macaroni and cheese, but, you know, without roast and maybe some rice. A little rice, not much, because we're trying to stop eating so much carbs. Just cleaning this up a little bit. Okay. Let's see, can we wood burn this? My hand been itching for a couple of days. I bought me a scratch out last night and I forgot it was in my purse. I need to go and scratch it out. Cause my hand, especially the palm of my hand, but this side itching now. Now this one here, this fray real, it's good to go on the end of this with your wood burner. If you can. Sometimes it don't even really work for you, especially when you in a hurry and a wreath. So, ooh, I hate to put it on top of that too because this one is worse than others. Now this is a Christmas. Like I said, I'm putting Christmas, spring, summer, sports, fall. I'm putting all of that together. It don't matter. Now they put any kind of material together when they making quilts, and they be so pretty. I know my grandmother. My grandmother used to make some beautiful quilts. out of anything. Old clothes. I would like to learn how to make quilts too. And crochet. I always was interested in all of those kind of crafts and stuff. Maybe later down the line. All right, y'all, let's get started here. Talking about low battery. I ain't even look at this thing when I started. Let me go ahead and plug it up. All right, let's bring our frame back. It's pretty big, bigger than my table, but we're gonna work with it. And I put this little clip here where I started. Put my Chanel stems on it. So this is the biggest wreath I ever messed with. Now, we got so many Chanel stems on here. 68 altogether. So what we gonna start with? Let's start with whatever on top. We ain't picking and choosing. And this is gonna be a quick one here because it's not that big at all. And we just gonna put our Chanel. You can let it fall on the floor. It'll be easier for you if they fall on the floor. And y'all, I'm not good with editing my videos either. If you know of someone that does editing for someone for a price, let me know. Where I can send my videos to that person and they edit my videos. I would, how can I get rid of this thing pulling on my shirt? My sister bought this for my birthday present. My sisters came down for my birthday in July, and she bought, all three of us was wearing this thing. They wasn't alike, but they was similar in the same. What can I do? Put tape on it or something? And my string came out. You know when you wash it, how the string will come out of your clothes? My husband put it back in there for me. And I don't want the same thing to happen. It's hard trying to put them strings back in. Put some tape around it so it won't keep sticking to my mesh. That'll work, y'all. All right, so let's carry on. And I'm going to go 12 inches. 12 inches. And you want to make sure you pull it straight out. And I'm going on I started on the outer section and I'm going on the inner section. And the reason I'm going 12 inch, because I may do another, after I finish this row, I may do another row on top, and then I will go 10 inches for that one. So I have another one on the top at 12 inches. I got a long ways to go, y'all. So y'all know this gonna be in 2 or 3 parts. I am just happy to be getting rid of all this mesh. Finally figured it out. That's what I'm happy about. I finally figured out what to do with all of this unnecessary mesh that's piling up. And you fluff as you go. I try to move the Chanel stem in the up position, so they kind of be out your way. Now, as y'all can see, this is the end of this brown. That's fine. Let's go ahead and cut that off, that excess. And we're gonna use a Chanel stem to, and we don't even care what color it is. We all wear to go in different colors, so we don't care what color your zip tie is. Don't even worry about that, because we're using all different colors anyway. And I'm using a real tiny zip tie. 4-inch zip tie. That's all you need. And if you need a bigger one, just grab your bigger one as you go into your project and mesh start piling up and it's getting thicker. Just use a longer one, that's all. That's all you gotta do. And we're gonna go ahead and then pull it as tight as you can. My hands is kind of slippery because I have lotion on it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it some more so it won't be so long sticking out there. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna grab a blue one. Fold those raw edges down. And just connect it to where you left off. And just like I said, just let it fall on the floor. Yeah, just bring it up in there where you left off. Tie it as tight as you can so it won't slip out of that Chanel stem. And then you just carry on, keep your measurement going. "22 inches is what we're going. And now we left off at that outer, and we're gonna bring it. We were left off at the inner. We're gonna bring it on up on the outer. And with these mini Chanel stems, keep looking up and make sure you're not missing any, because that can happen real quick. Now, upper, so many tails hanging around here. Sometimes I just go ahead and clip them. That way you know you're not missing nothing. Just leave the one open that you're gonna work with. Let me see, that look kind of long right there. And it worked. See? You don't want your poofs to look off. So try to get them as close as possible. Okay, that one was down, and you're gonna grab an outer. I had forgot what color I was on, y'all. I see so many colors. Let me tie this hair up too. It's getting all in my way. I can find a rubber band up in here. Getting all up in my way, slowing me down. Hey, cousin Gwenesta. Hey, Linda. Thank y'all for joining. Okay. Now. I'm loving this right now. With all these colors. I did my wreath making mama with a lot of colors, but not this many. I am just happy to be getting rid of all this stuff on my shelves, messing me up. Y'all go ahead and share my live. Share my live for me. Share my live. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my website. Everything is VK3 Reefing Things. You start typing it in Google, it will populate for you. Go ahead and subscribe to my website so you'll know when I'm doing a giveaway. Because y'all missed my giveaway, cuz, and my classmate Linda. Y'all missed my giveaway. I'm going to send y'all a direct message when I do my giveaway again. I try to give it every 6 months. And I'm going to give it another because I had to cancel. A lot of people's on that giveaway. So the next one is, I think I put it for the 28th. And the reason I'm going to go around and do a top layer of this, because you see how this brown is much less brown than blue. So I'm going to make a top layer. That's why I'm going 12 inches. The top layer going to be 10 inches. And maybe I should look at it with the ones with the less and the most mesh on the tube. But I don't care. I'm not trying to do anything in order. I'm just doing rows. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to stick with. I'm just doing rows. No matter how much it have on there or how less it have on there. Because I'll probably mess myself up doing all that. Now, we have 10 over there. And these two little sections here. That was a quick 10. Let me make sure I didn't miss none. That was a quick 10. I know I'm getting faster, but darn. Woo. Now I'm on the outer. And it's getting around the holidays, y'all. Y'all may want to go to my website and check it out. I'm adding new stuff daily. Get those Christmas presents in. It'll fall, Thanksgiving, when you have your family coming up, a nice welcoming wreath will be nice, welcoming your guests for Thanksgiving dinner. My earring, I just pulled some hair back and my earring got cut and fell off. Okay, let's situate. Okay, that was outer. I mean inner. Now we're gonna go outer. That's why I like to leave them straight up. Because if you leave them down like this, it'll look like you missed one. So every now and then you look back and see that you missed one, because I promise you, you don't want to get too far and then realize it. It's been a lot of frustrating days, and when I first started out making wreaths, a lot of frustrating days because I'd have missed one, and I have to go way back. I learned my lesson. This is the biggest frame I ever worked with. I bought this frame to make a wreath for my bedroom wall. Never used it. I had this about a year ago, and I'm glad I did. That's why sometimes it's good when you buy out and you buy stuff that you don't need. You never know when you're gonna need it. And this really came in good hands when I figured out what to do with all this leftover mesh. So I just pulled out this big old 26.5 frame. Boy, did I get excited too. It just came to me. Because you know I've been already been organizing my little workshop. And this is the last thing I needed to get out the way, was all this leftover mesh. So this frame really came in good hands. Well, when I ordered this, it came with a 2-piece. So I still have a frame for my my wall. That was a lot of blue, and that blue is not the only one that have a lot on it. My son forgot to empty my trash can Wednesday, and this may not even be enough or left on here for 12 inches. No, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece. You always want to cut more than what you need, and then you can always go back and cut. And get me another zip tie. Secure this. And I'm going to secure it on the outside because you notice you have your chenille stems on 2 rings, outer and inner. So you're going to secure it on one of the rings so that way it'll be tighter. zip tie, your wire cutters. Clip it off. Now you can go back and clip it off some more so it won't be so much hanging around. Now I'm picking through it. Why don't I just pick up a piece? Why don't I just pick up a piece and stop picking over them? That's what I'm going to do. All right, we got a piece of Christmas right here. I'm going to tie it right in where I left off. Tight as you can so it won't slip out. Let that fall to the floor, out of your way. Make sure we didn't leave any back there. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. So let me move my accent signs out the way. Like I said, I don't be messing with no frame this big. Until now. And this one is much thinner. Okay, see how that had slid all the way back there? Make sure you look back there. Make sure ain't no slid on you. Now I want to catch on to my lounger. Grandma's quilts used to be beautiful. Thank you for bringing that to my mind. God, I know it was nothing but you. I'm going to help you get rid of that stuff. And that's exactly what you're doing without throwing it away. And no matter what type of wreath you're making, and your wreath that you think really ain't gonna sell, that's the one that's gonna sell. I made 2 Valentine wreaths where I sold one of them. They one was pink and one was red. And I wasn't so crazy about it. I just thought it'll be just sitting on the shelf. Believe it or not, baby, somebody from Canada ordered that wreath. They wanted it bad. Some people paid $50-some for shipping and handling. 50, I think, to be exact, I think it was like $58. I said, and it was a sweetheart wreath. I made it as a Valentine wreath. And that was in when? July? And I said, that must have been for a wedding or something. That's the only thing that I can see that it could have been for, some kind of like sweetheart wedding or a bridal shower or something. And it wasn't that expensive. They paid more for the shipping and handling than the wreath was worth. So I said, oh my God. But I loved it. Hey, T-Ben. How are you? I'm here. I was a little late starting today, but I'm here. I didn't realize it was so late until I looked at at the clock. I said, oh my God, is that time? I'm getting there. I got to position my cameras. I'm thinking about trying to do something on the wall, mount something on the wall where you can see me work as you can see my face as I work. I haven't graduated from that yet, so it's in the making. So that way you can, I can see a lot of the comments. And at the same time, you can see what I'm doing. But just bear with me. I gotta graduate from that or take some classes or something. Yeah, but another thing, if you know anybody that can edit videos, let me know, please. I would highly appreciate it. My little editor, he done joined the military, so he don't have time to be doing all that now. Yep, keep looking back. Keep looking back. Make sure you're not missing. They got tails everywhere. Y'all can please share my live. Share my live. I just started coming back on Facebook, so I may stick with them a little minute or two and see what's going on. So share my live if you don't mind. Yeah, you are blessed, Tevin. You are blessed. This piece here is really thin. Did anybody go to church today? I need to find me a home church now. I was in the process of looking for one, but when COVID hit, that just messed up a lot. So since COVID and let up a little bit, maybe I can go ahead on out there and find me a home church. I have an idea where I want to go, where my son graduated in 2017 from high school. He's a retired officer also. So I like the way he was sounding for the kids' graduation and stuff. So I say I may, give that church a try. I guess he's still the pastor because a lot of churches lost pastors and stuff during COVID. They had to make money some type of way. Because the pastor in my hometown, I think he left that church. Now I don't think we even have a pastor. A lot of the members, they don't live there anymore. Most of the members lives out of town, out of state rather. Oh, it's 54 degrees in New York? They said a couple of days ago it was supposed to hit 40 something here, but I didn't see it. And we have our porch crawl on November 8th. I'm just hoping it don't be cold that day. It's supposed to be a fun activity, not no cold, uncomfortable activity. So I'm hoping it don't be cold November 11th. If you don't know what a porch crawl is, it's something like a block party, but you set up your little bar and have light snack games outside. I live in a subdivision, and what they gonna do, they call us the host, and the people that comes around by your house, they are crawlers. They come around about 25 minutes the whole time, have a drink, have a little light snack, play an outdoor game, and then they move on to the next house, have a drink, just repeat the same thing. So you set up, you name your little bar, which I've already made because we didn't cancel it twice because of one. This last time was because of Ian. And the time before that, we were supposed to be getting some heavy rain. Believe it or not, that neither one of them happened. And I told them the last time that it wasn't going to happen. Ian was going to hit northeastern. We're northwest. We didn't get nothing that day. I was so upset. I didn't know what to do. I tried to tell them, but they voted on it. We had a poll, so that's what happened. But I just hope it don't be cold. I even ordered t-shirts, the name of my little bar. I made my own signs. I make everything mostly that I do. So I got my little backdrop and everything ready. Luckily, I didn't have to, because I'm just going to have hot dogs on the grill. And get hot dogs and some chips. Thank you, Tevin. I'm just grabbing mesh, putting on here. I'm just thank God brought it to my attention what to do with all this stuff. I know you can tell how happy I am about doing this. Now my shelves gonna look so nice. I got to figure out what to do with the few little pieces of Dollar Tree mesh I bought too. I don't usually buy much of that. But you walk in there and the little mesh be looking so pretty, and then it be unique too. A lot of what you find in the store, but they be like little 5 inches. And I don't make meshes out of little 5 inches too much, but I thought it was so cute. So I bought, it's a few of them back there too. I gotta figure out what to do with that. Somebody will want this, and it won't be near expensive just because it's a 26-inch frame. This one won't be very expensive because I'm using leftover mesh. I got to figure out how much my frames cost me and go from there. I done had this frame maybe over a year. I gotta figure out how much I paid for it. It will be charged for the frame, I know for sure, and whatever else I put on there, I haven't decided yet. But it's gonna be fairly reasonable for this wreath. Because of the mesh. Now we to the end of that. Damn, a lot of people's cutting grass. Grass in the doormat. That's my last time cutting mine. It ain't growing no more. It's turning brown now. But I may cut it. I may cut it one more time. I thought about my Christmas decorations. I got a lot of Christmas decoration to put outside. So it might need cutting one more time. It'd be easy to get your stakes and stuff in there with your outdoor decoration. Hey, y'all. Hey. I went and bought me a life-size nutcracker African American. I was trying not to tell y'all. I was going to let y'all be surprised with my Christmas decorations tour, but I just can't keep my mouth shut. I just can't. I walked up in Sam's one day and saw my life-size nutcracker African American. And y'all know I went crazy. I got my nutcracker. And it's really heavy too. Really, really heavy and nice. So, but I couldn't keep my mouth shut. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over this again with that wood burning tool. I see a lot of little fray. Ooh, God. Y'all, I was on my mat. Don't never do that. Use no wood burning tool on your mat. It would burn your mat up. I done already burned one up when I first started, but I done graduated now. I burned it up front and back. Didn't know what to do. And then I figured it out. I needed some fiberglass. But good thing you can't hardly see that little piece I just did. I mean, I burnt it up on the front and the back. And they ain't cheap. I got this from Hobby Lobby for 50% off. I don't never pay full price in Hobby Lobby unless it's something that never go on sale, like glue dots or something. So I am putting this in the spot that I left off, like I'm doing all the rest of them. Like I said, I got Christmas, Christmas, fall, Thanksgiving, Halloween, sports, every day, all kinds of wreaths up in, mesh up in here. So I'm just gonna let that drop on the floor. This one wanna stick. You got some that sticks more than others. So just let that fall on the floor. Word. Looking back, at this point, if I skip one far, I wouldn't even worry about it. I just remove that Chanel stem, because I'm not in the mood today to be skipping. And look like this. This just look shorter for some reason. You're going to have all kinds of mesh looking different, looking shorter, looking bigger. And this particular piece, it look like it's way shorter than the other, but it's not. Now it don't look shorter because I did my poof. It don't look as short. All right. cooking a roast today where my son is helping out with that. He's becoming a really good cook. And but I just kind of don't even have a taste for a roast. I just took it out, and let the oven cook it. Matter of fact, I need to check on him because the way I cook my roast. Y'all excuse me 1 second. Let me check on something. I didn't say he was that good, y'all. Went up in there. I'm glad I did. I thought about my roast. The way I cook my roast is my beef roast. I season it and I put it on 450 for 15 minutes. Then I take it out, put it on 325. What I do first, I put it in the oven for 15 minutes on 450. Then I take it out after the 15 minutes and put a little water on to loosen up the juices. And after that, I put it back in the oven at 325 for like an hour and 45 minutes, uncovered. And then I would put it back in the oven. After that hour with like 45 minutes it up, I put it back in the oven, covered for 35 to 40 minutes. And then your roast is ready. Boy, I went up in there, that boy had that thing on for 350. I'm not 350, 450. He still had it on 450. And I know them 15 minutes was way up. So I made him take it out and I turned that oven down. I have take a minute for it to get back to normal temperature of 350. So it started doing that warming and all that stuff all over again. But I'm glad I thought about it. I would have had a messed up roast. I don't think it's too late yet. But I don't have no taste for it. I want it to be right for everybody else. And I was gonna do some broccoli medley and some plain broccoli and cheese with the orange and yellow carrots and cauliflower and broccoli. I don't know what I have a taste for. And after it get done and stuff, it start looking good and smelling good. My taste may come back for it. Well, that boy is finna mess up food. Finna mess up food up in there, but it's all good. I feel like eating me some ice cream and cookies. That's what I really feel like eating. Mayfield is my favorite ice cream. It's so creamy. If I'm just gonna go to the grocery store and get it, I get Mayfield. But if I'm just go to an ice cream shop, I like Brewster's here in Georgia. That's the best ice cream around. It's so creamy. Now we have Scoops downtown from us. Scoops is the closest, but their ice cream is not as creamy as Brewster's. It tastes like on a sherbet to me. All of the ice cream. But my sons, they love it. I know one of them do. He likes Scoops better than he do Brewster. I always give me a cone at Brewster, but I have them to triple my cone and put it in a cup so it won't fall off. Vanilla and chocolate. I don't care for strawberry. What kind of ice cream y'all like? What kind of ice cream you like, Tibin, if you're still here? Man, that boy. Oh, and that be the juiciest roast ever. I didn't tell y'all that. That be the juiciest roast ever. I used to not can cook roasts until I ran into that recipe. And they ain't lying. That's the best, juiciest, tenderest roast ever. Put it in the oven at 450 and leave it in there for 15 minutes. Then you take it out, put a little water in it. Not a whole lot of water. Just a little water to cover the pan and loosen up the juices. And then you put it back in there for, it depends on the pounds of your roast too. So I leave mine in there for like an hour and 45 minutes. Take it out. Now put it in an hour and 45 minutes uncovered. And then an hour 45 minutes after that, I cover it and leave it in there for about like 40 minutes. And it's done and so tender, just mouth watering. Messing with a lot of mash, especially the burlap. And if you work with it a lot, it may be good if you put a mask on, because you can get in your throat and all of that stuff. And if you use it a lot, it may harm you. Just, I guess, just like working at a nail shop. If you work in a nail shop all the time, them chemicals can be kind of harmful. And making a bubble wreath, or it could be a lengthy process too. But this one is just bigger. But a bubble wreath, you have to be much closer with your poops. And with them, you don't even have to use fillers like ruffles and curls and cruffles, because they really close together and you can't see the frame. But if you're gonna use ruffles and curls, you just be doing it for the beautification of your wreath. It depends on how much mesh I have left over. See, it's getting thicker and thicker. I might do some curls or ruffles on this one. I'm just getting rid of mesh, so I'll be using a little bit of everything. Yep, and I think I'm gonna do another layer. I was looking at that 12-inch. May have to, hope I don't have to add no Chanel stems to give it some height. But we'll see what's happening. Pull that out as much as possible. Let's see, can we get 12 inches out of this one? Yep, barely. But I'm gonna cut it right on the end here. I think that man just enjoying riding around on his lawnmower. He's just riding. I'm not gonna care, I'm just gonna grab one. This is a thick piece right here. Let that fall on the floor. And just go right up in there where you had the other one. I forgot to secure it though. You can always go back and secure. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that now since it was so short where I left off. Grab me a zip tie, no matter the color, because you're already using a lot of colors. I think I did that on the wrong side. You have to have these zip ties. I didn't hear that little screech. I didn't hear that little screech on my zip tie. So I did it on the other side. You got to make sure it's on the flat side. I don't even normally use these little 6 inches. Let's see, is it gonna do it? Y'all, I barely hear it. Let's get these little fridges off of here. Yeah, I'm getting further and further on the end. Let me see, can I make some adjustment right here? Yeah, because it's getting more and more mesh on it. And I took my other tape, I had another tape on the side of this one. I took it out and put it over there just to have some of my stuff on it. It looks much better. And everything all jammed up together. But now I'm thinking I can use it right now. With this big wreath, because the more you put on it, the bigger it's gonna get. Just 10 more. Oh, when I first seen this color a couple years ago, I fell in love with it. I thought this was the most prettiest color. I bought about 3 or 4 of them. I think I sold one wreath out of this color. I think a man. I sold it to a man. Army wreath out of this color. I think I'm gonna finish this first base and then I do a part 2 on the second. Y'all see me, just keep looking underneath. Make sure ain't nothing straying away from you. That's why I like to hold them up, because when they laying down, it look like you to miss one. The end of this, let's see, can we get 12 inches out of this one? Hey y'all, these tubes are going. It went off?
No, I put some water on it
Okay.
and then I put it on 30 minutes.
No, you put it on that hour and put it on an hour and 30 minutes. Put it on an hour and 40 minutes. You got it on 325, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and don't cover it up.
Okay, I didn't cover it up.
All right, put it on an hour and 40 minutes. Thank God I went up in there. We would have had a tough roast today and wasn't no going back. It can maybe survive it a little time. He had it on for 450. But he learning. That boy can cook some fried rice. I don't usually eat at Chinese restaurants anymore. I eat my fried rice and all that stuff at home. You can get everything offline you want. Just go buy the ingredients. Cook it yourself. Yeah, these smaller zip ties, they just don't sound really loud. Okay, that's that for that one. Let's see, can we find where we don't have to, we don't have no yellow. This yellow seems like it'll do all 10 of these. Let's drop that on the floor. Like I said, I can go back and secure these. Okay, let me cut this off some. These connections, I can go back and secure them. And it's a good thing, you know, these Chanel stems are kind of color coded. you know, and rather than having all of them the same color, they're kind of color coded, so you know which one to grab. You know which one you're wrapping it around in the other tail somewhere else, and you know to grab that same color tail. So that's a good thing. I just realized that. We're gonna measure it after we finish with this base. We're gonna measure it. Remember, it's a 26.5 inch. We're gonna see how many inches it is now. This is gonna be one big wreath. I thought about I thought about this wreath too for Christmas. Make a big wreath and put on my house. But I don't know how this would look for just Christmas on your house. I am so excited about my boys coming home for Christmas. They get outside and fry turkey for the first time. They're gonna be excited like I am. My son, girlfriend, and say Victor haven't been talking about it since I told them that it delivered yesterday, and he been talking about it ever since. Cause I know when I first told him about it, I was gonna get one, and he was excited right there when I was telling him. And they say if you get a fried turkey, you know, I think I think I had one before because I ordered it. Like, you know how them gas stations be doing fried turkeys for you? It's been a long, long, long time ago, but I think I ordered one. Had somebody to do one for me. But they say if you, I ate a fried turkey before, but they say if you eat a fried turkey, you'll never go back to the oven bake. But we gonna see what my boy's gonna do this time, because I sure went back to oven bake. But we'll see, maybe they didn't do it right or something. But we will see. It may have been Popeyes I bought it from, because Popeyes do holiday, they do holiday turkeys for people. But I don't think it was hot, because I think that was when I was in Oklahoma or somewhere. Okay, so that was up. So I'm going to go down on this one. Where is the inner? I meant inner. That was the last one, y'all. I need to go here. That's where I need to go. I left too much space in between, even though that one is on the, I ended at the outer. So I'm gonna put this one on the outer because that looked like it was too much gap right there. So what I can do now, I go back to the inner. Now I got some left over from this, but best believe I will be using this one again. Because a lot of these rolls are just maybe 20 inches off of me, if that. So y'all know that would have been wrong for me to be trying to throw this stuff away. So now I'm gonna cut this. Let me wrap it around so that way I won't cut what I don't need to cut. So that's about, so let me go on going to do one of these with the top layer, but I'm getting rid of this too. Go ahead and secure this. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I start adding more. Now, since I left off the bottom, my Chanel still want to go underneath, but I don't want it to, because I'm gonna need that again. So you have to secure that on the top, but you want to go underneath where you're going to secure your end, but don't let it go ahead and secure that last little piece. I may not act like it, but I've been excited the whole time I've been doing this, y'all. I've been excited the whole time. And my allergies been acting up too. They've been acting up. I gotta go and take that Benadryl. My nose just been running. And that's not me. All this sniffling. As soon as that weather start changing. I don't like that. I just need to blow them. Blow my nostrils. Oh. Yeah, this thing is big, y'all. Ooh. Somebody local, if anybody want this, somebody local better buy this thing, because I can't shit. I ain't got the box for it. Because I can imagine it, and then I'm not finished with it either. I can imagine what this thing gonna look like when I finish, how big it's gonna be. See, that's why I don't like this ring light. It don't never work right. It won't even set up right for me to even talk to y'all. So, and then it's my live video too. Well, both of them live. One just my website. Oh, God. Y'all give me a minute. I'm trying to hold y'all. Oh, okay. It may work like I was just trying to hold it up and stand it back so y'all can see it, how big it is. Look at this. Okay. I said 26 and a half. Let's measure it right quick and see how big it is now. $34. So it gained about 7 inches. This probably is the biggest it's gonna get though, because it just be adding stuff on the top of it. So it's 34 inch, and I said I'm just gonna forget about that little half. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 7 inches. It gained 7 inches. This is a big wreath here. Yeah, it gotta be somebody local. And then I might, and you know, like nursing's home, I may donate it. I may donate this wreath to somebody like in the nursing homes or assisted living or something like that. Yeah. This is it, y'all. Just a little straightening out, and I'm gonna add that top layer tomorrow. Let me see, can I twist this around a little bit so both of the camera? Yeah, that's much better. I don't like to move that old stiff gooseneck either. I told you my son broke my gooseneck Friday. And I got a lot of more mesh to add to this. So I'll be adding some more colors. I still got a lot on my shelf. I just got a limited amount sitting right here. But this is what it looked like. Some have a little bit more colors than other because it didn't have as much on the roll. Ooh, my camera, my website camera look better than Facebook. It shows the colors more vibrant. But this is it, y'all. And tomorrow, or depends on how I feel later tonight, I might come and do a second layer with you. But I doubt it. I think I'll probably just eat and just relax and watch some movies tonight and do the part 2 with the second layer with y'all tomorrow. And I'm going to try to start earlier where I can go ahead and finish this up and move on to something else. But thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, T-Ben. Thank you, Gwen Nestor. Who else was on here? Gwen Nestor and my classmate Linda. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. And I will see you guys later. Don't forget to share, share, share. Subscribe, follow, thumbs up, hit that bell so you know when I'm uploading or going live. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Steven. I'm really, liking the way it's coming out. I'm really liking it. Most of all, I'm really liking to get rid of all that mesh just hanging around and not knowing what to do with it. That's what I'm most excited about. Okay. See y'all later. Bye. See, I don't even know how to use Facebook no more. I was trying to close out and forgot how to close out the thing. I just gotta get on here a little bit more. Just don't do too much. All right. Bye.